Hey Hump Squad, welcome back to the Humpday Hangover. This week we're going to look at a study where no matter what side you come down on, you can still feel good about it. And we're going to look at some popular conspiracy theories. So make sure you stick... Alright.
You good?
Yeah, cut. We'll do that again.
Alright, cool. Hey, did you remember to bring that heater with you?
Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah.
Sean?
Yeah.
My dad's car heater went out.
Oh, so car heater?
Yeah, we were talking about car heaters. That's
yeah, man, I got you.
Completely different.
I got you, bro.
What the fuck is... What are we doing? What?
I mean, did you want a shotgun? Like, holds 33 rounds, man.
We shooting a rap video, or... I mean...
That's my car heater.
Oh, I think we're on two different worlds here right now, buddy. But that's my bad. I should have cleared that up. That's my. Did you make sure to at least bring the toaster? Because mine's gone out.
Oh yeah, bro. I got you right here.
We at an NRA convention.
Oh,
are you
shit.
Fucking kidding me?
Alright guys, welcome back to the Humpday Hangover. So we teased a study that makes everybody feel good, no matter what side you come down on. Apparently the University of Sussex in Brighton, England, over the course of 30 years...
That's a long research.
Yeah. They studied men's manhood, if you will, okay? So their conclusion was men with an above average member. That's a disability because they have low mental capacity.
Well, I'm not trying to say anything, but you know, I really couldn't answer any of those 38 questions, man. So,
ladies, take note.
You know, it is what it is. I don't know where my handicap parking spot is, but
it's a disability.
It
You're
is,
drawing
yeah.
a check, Joe.
I know it,
I don't
man.
know why you're working.
I don't either.
Well, so they didn't know why.
Yeah.
But they said the correlation too strong to ignore. Nearly 90% of participants with above average size had a below average IQ. That's an extremely strong correlation.
So, can you imagine, like that just means, like, every dumb person, you know, like, you just go by a dude and you're like, God, you're so stupid. And now you're going to be sitting there like,
yeah.
So does that mean...
Well, here's the thing. I think it only goes one way. If you're packing, you're dumb. But just because you're dumb doesn't mean you're packing. Yeah.
You got a point there.
So, side note. Doing research.
Okay.
I showed you this man.
Yes, you did.
Roberto Cabrera. He pops up, okay? Damn. So if you just Google...
I don't know if he can pop up, though. You say that.
If you just Google large penis disability, this guy's first thing that pops up.
Yes.
Because apparently, I say apparently, you can see it.
I mean, that's very apparently.
Google it.
Yes.
Because it'll blow your mind. 18.9 inches. I mean, he's literally got a knee knocker. I mean...
I was going to say, man, when I seen this picture of this guy, it's like one of those things where you just look at it and you're like, what the?
Yeah.
Is that?
And as a man, you don't even feel bad. You're not like, man, I feel bad about myself. No, you're like, what are you going to do with that?
Yeah.
You can't do anything with that.
No.
Nothing.
Good God. You'd just be sitting there like, oh, man, as soon as you get the blood flowing there, dude, you're going to pass out.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Well, apparently, since he was a teen, he's been stretching it using weights. So I think that only confirms the dumb people are packing, because who the fuck does that?
Yeah. Who's sitting there with some weights at home like,
Like if I tie some weights.
I got an idea. No. Weights are not. It's for curls and other things of the nature. It's not for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who thinks of that? Who thinks that's a
Turn
good
his
idea?
dick into Stretch Armstrong here.
I don't have anything else to say about this guy.
I don't think there's much else to say about this.
If you haven't seen it, look it up.
Yeah.
It's outrageous. And then the way he poses.
He poses like the most proud man. And I think, too, another thing you got to know is what we were talking about where they offered him penis reduction surgery. And he's like, absolutely not.
He turned it down. He was like, I love the size.
Yeah, I love the fame.
Having the largest penis ever recorded. I bet you do love that.
That is a goal for so many men out there. Like, you're not going to find too many men who'd be like, what am I going to do with all this dick?
Yeah.
Just get rid of it. No, that's not happening. It's just not.
So the old record was 13 and a half, in case you're wondering. So 5.5 inches.
So here's the question too, man, since you say that like he stretched it out. Did the person with the 13.5 stretch his out? And does it make the fact that he stretched his, does that kind of like taint the, like the record? Like it's kind of like, when like Barry Bonds and, Sammy Sosa were hitting all them home runs and we found out that they were just fucking hopped up on all them different,
Performance enhancers.
Yeah, performance enhancers. I mean, is this kind of the same thing where it's like there's an asterisk next to it?
I wish you didn't use the word taint, but yeah, I'm going to have to agree.
I feel like this whole conversation, there's a lot of words that you can just look at in different ways.
All right, guys, so we're looking at conspiracy theories today. First, I want to say, just because we address a conspiracy theory, we don't necessarily believe it.
Yeah.
Some of them, there's just enough there to make you be like,
Right.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. Makes you want to kind of look into it a little bit more.
So just because maybe it seems like we're saying, hey, this conspiracy theory is definitely true. We're not saying it's definitely true. We're saying, hey, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
There's some differences in these stories. That's weird. Let's look into that a little more. So probably the most famous conspiracy theory recently is 9/11,
Yes.
right? As soon as the towers came down, everybody...
Yeah, as soon as those things, before the dust had settled, before the second one had hit the ground, somebody was already out there working on their blog.
Yep.
If there were blogs at the time, I don't know. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the immediate question is, would a plane knock down a building?
Yeah.
If it did, would it go down like that?
Yeah.
There's a lot of claims of controlled demolition when those went down.
And if you look at it, you can kind of see that. You're like, wait a minute. If a building was, if like the structure of it was damaged in that nature, would it really fall straight down like a demolition does?
Just collapse in on itself?
Would that happen? Is that really feasible?
Yeah.
And I think one of the things that always has stuck out to me was, like, how in the world were they able to say, oh, well, we located the passports and the IDs of all of the, the people who had taken over these planes, like a couple of blocks away in pristine condition. It's like, that's...
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, even if the plane hit the tower and it went down like that, there's a lot of questions about what was known in the days leading up to it.
Right, yeah.
There's a lot of reports saying they knew something was going to happen.
Right.
I believe there was an insurance policy taken out.
I've heard
on the
something
buildings,
about yes,
like days before.
Yes, quite a large policy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of questions around 9/11.
Dude, there are so. Another thing that's always just amazed me was, like, so, and I don't know how many people know, there are 3 towers for the fucking, but you only heard about the 2 towers. And the 2 towers were the ones, that got hit. The 3rd tower came down too. How?
Something I noticed, and we'll get into it with another one I have later. A lot of times, in real time, if you pay attention to the early reports, there's stuff that gets left out later.
Yes.
They just won't address it.
Yes.
Yeah, so if you're watching it live, you'll be, man, that's crazy. This happened, this happened, this happened. And if you go back the next day, A lot of that's scrubbed out.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of wording. There's a lot of things that they were saying. Like actually, one of the reporters, whenever it was coming down, he even made the mistake of saying, "This looks like a demolition." He's like, "This looks like
Yeah.
like an implosion." Immediately, they're like, "You cannot say that."
Yeah.
It's like you were never allowed to say that again.
Yeah, it seems like stuff gets out. The media's just reacting in time, right? And then somebody gets in their ear like, "Hey, let's pull back on that narrative a little bit. This is actually what happened. Let's drive that home."
Yeah, yeah.
So another spot I noticed that was the Sandy Hook Elementary shooting. So the initial reports, gunshots coming from the woods, and then everything changed later. And then if you watch like the helicopter flyovers, you can see like police carrying weapons that were never named later, put them into the trunk of cars and stuff, and you're like, "What's that gun?"
Yeah, really.
You guys didn't say anything about this gun.
Yeah.
What's going on with this? And then I've never got a clear answer on this, but apparently we have crisis actors. Have you heard of this?
I've heard of this. Yes.
Yeah. You'll see it a lot of mass shootings. And I don't know if we're running out of crisis actors, if there's a shortage, but you'll see the same people pop up.
Yes.
It'll be like, "Oh, this happened in New Orleans? Well, this is the attorney here. But now in Sandy Hook, she's the mother of a child up here."
Right.
But then in California, the same woman again. And you're like,
saying her best friend was just shot over here at
you guys
this
can't
university.
even hire new people?
Right. You couldn't even, I mean, God, I thought y'all would have top plastic surgeons make her look different, give her a new hairdo or some shit.
So the crisis actors really came to fruition, right? To the front. Because there was a girl that was supposedly killed. And so they released her school photo, and she's wearing like a black and pink dress or something like that. But then when everybody goes to meet Obama at the White House, she's there. And she's wearing the dress from her school photo. So it's like they were like, "Hey, let's take the school photo outside real quick." And then everybody goes inside, and then they just lose track of who's supposed to be there and who's not. So, yeah, just a lot of discrepancies with the Sandy Hook. And again, I'm not saying it didn't happen at all. But you just look at the stuff and you're like, that is weird.
Yes.
That's weird enough that I would like some more answers.
Right. I think the crisis actors one was what really got me on all these things. Because, I would always see these people talking about, "Oh, I see these crisis actors." And I'm just thinking, all right, guys, just cut the bullshit. But then it's like it started popping up, the pictures of them. They're like, how is this woman in Oregon? Also, this woman over here in like Delaware. And you're just like, okay, now I can't ignore that.
Yeah. And I guess I can get it, right? Kinda. You don't want to put a parent that just lost their child going through distress on camera.
Right.
You have no idea what's going to come out of their mouth.
Yeah, no, you don't.
It just seems so odd.
Right.
So odd to just hire actors and fake like they lost somebody.
Right. I mean, if there is a logical solution like what you just said, I can see that. But maybe we need to announce that when we have these people on TV. You know, like we have actors in these commercials for people with depression or people taking, whatever drug. It should be like actor, not a real person.
Yeah. And then mass shootings. Gun violence is already so political. It's not hard to find a motive for any conspiracy theory when it comes to a mass shooting.
No.
Because even if it's real, it's going to be used as ammo by one side or the other. So, yeah, motives are plenty for mass shootings. One thing I thought we could have used more answers on was the Boston Marathon bombing. And I will say I kind of quit following it. Maybe these answers came out. I just don't know. But I just felt like there was enough questions around all that and the two suspects that they ended up chasing. It's like, I mean, we're about to ruin these kids' lives, so we should at least hear their side of the story,
We should get something out of them. Yeah.
So another big one, I feel like maybe a lot of people don't actually know about this, but it's really weird when you dive into it. But the Denver airport. So
no, that's a new one to me.
They
kind of briefly told me about that a minute ago.
They built a new airport, And for some reason, they ended up doing all kinds of underground bunkers and tunnels. So it came out way more expensive than the city was prepared to pay for. So they ended up getting anonymous donors to pay to finish it. So it's officially funded by the New World Airport Commission.
Oh, that's not a great name.
Yeah, which immediately, obviously, sounds like the New World Order.
Right.
What makes it even weirder is if you go to the website, the New World Airport Commission does not exist. That's not a real thing. Yeah. So then you get in, like I said, you got the tunnels. You got numerous unmarked buildings around the premises. There's also, they buried a time capsule, which is just covered in markings from the Freemasons. It just gets weirder the more you look into it.
I need to look into this now.
And then, Joe, you're going to have to put a picture of this artwork on the wall. The artwork they have hanging on the wall is just not...
Yeah.
What's the word I'm looking for? It's not...
Normal?
Yeah. It's not typical of what you would see at an airport. It's very unsettling.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
it's
showed
like...
that picture to me, and that's the first thing I thought was...
Yeah.
What?
It kind of depicts almost Nazis... some sort of military guy in a gas mask. He's like dragging people behind him. It's just...
I don't know if I didn't really get a good look, but it almost looked like he had like a freaking machete or something next to him.
He's like dragging him. He's got a machete sword kind of thing in this hand. Like I said, he's wearing a gas mask for some reason. Yeah. Denver Airport. I don't know what's going on, but it's weird.
I'm not going near there, y'all. My flight is going to be redirected.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say about it, but I don't know what's going on, but the more you look, the weirder it gets. Just strange. Not even just in the artwork. There's like strange carvings into the walls for like cornerstones and stuff.
Like, it almost makes you think that somebody did this just knowing like that they would get publicity and get people talking, you know?
Yeah, it's almost so over the top that you're like, what is this?
Yeah.
How do you got Freemasons, Nazis, and the New World Order all in the same building?
Right.
People think the Illuminati headquarters is under the building? Like, what? You can't have this many conspiracy theories about one building. No. And then going back to gun violence.
Yeah.
I know I brought up Sandy Hook, and then you immediately told me.
Oh, yeah. The shooting on live TV is Virginia, WDBJ. Vester Lee Flanagan. Or I think he went by Bryce Williams, was his alter ego, whatever. Shot and killed Allison Parker and Adam Ward on live TV. I don't know. Maybe I didn't see all of the footage, you know, and I've read a little bit in it. But I'm just saying that the first time that I seen the videos, and then when he put out his, and by the way, also I should note that I just tried to look up like the iPhone footage from him, like his angle of recording it, and you can only find up to a certain point on that video. They have just completely gotten it off. If it's out there, it's out there. I can't find it. But he gets so close to them in this video, holding a gun out like so blatantly. And they're like, oh, you know, well, they were shooting, so they didn't see that this man was right there. Literally, it seems like he's about 6 feet away from them holding a gun out. And it's bright out. It's daylight. I'm just like, how? Like, how? And then when he shoots and he lets off God knows how many rounds, you know, that I see the woman kind of like cower, and they say now, like I read it, and they're like, oh, he missed the first couple of times, and then she falls down and she's just kind of tucked into a ball, and that's when he ends up shooting her in the head and everything. I'm like, okay. You know, he doesn't show that in the video footage that I've seen, so I guess that's possible. But from what I've seen, with this man holding this gun up so close to them and shooting, they're like, well, he missed those rounds. Well, I'd hope to God, because when I seen it and I see him letting these rounds off and she just kind of falls and tucks into a ball, I'm like, there's no way in hell with the gun that he was using that there was no wound at all on this video. It just, I don't know. It blew my mind.
It's a strange looking video.
It's very strange. It really makes me kind of wonder, like, what's going on here, guys? There's just so much surrounding it that makes you kind of, it just makes you kind of want to, like, really dive into it and be like, what really happened here?
So for every good conspiracy theory, There's 1,000 terrible ones.
Oh, God, ain't there that.
So, I mean, you can start right off the bat. I think the biggest one that's just laughably bad, so sorry if anybody agrees with this, but this whole flat earth thing, like, get out of here. What are you talking about? Every piece of science out there explains exactly how the solar system works.
Yes. Yeah.
But for some reason, you think everything else is round, but the earth is flat.
But the earth is flat, yes. Yeah.
But
hey, remember, man, we have members all around the globe.
Hey.
So, I'm sorry.
I'm watching this flat earth conspiracy. These people, they're making their experiments to prove that it's flat. Their experiments are telling them that it's round, and then they're discrediting their own experiments.
Yes.
They're like, oh no, that's not what we wanted. How do we prove that that isn't actually what happened?
Yeah.
Like, just give it up. Just give it up. I'm so dumb, I messed up my experiment.
Yeah.
But I'm smart enough to know that the earth is flat.
Yes.
Okay. So even worse than the flat earth, apparently some people think the earth's shaped like a donut. I don't know what to say about that. I got nothing on that. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard.
I'm saying there's not even nothing to even go on. Like flat earth, we can have a debate here and just tell you how stupid you are. You say the earth's shaped like a donut.
Yeah, how's that even work? Then you got hollow earth. Do you know about this? Earth's completely hollow. You can access the middle through Antarctica, and that's where the lizard people live.
Lizard people?
You want to talk about lizard people?
No, I don't.
All the elites in the world are lizard people.
Oh, so I thought they were involved some like satanic pedophile.
Yeah, that's all. It's all the same thing.
Oh, okay.
We're speaking the same language.
Oh, we're all on the same page
Yeah.
here. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so lizard people.
Is QAnon talking about this yet?
They are the lizard people.
Oh,
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
The lizard people, man.
Lizard people.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
What are we doing?
It's like the internet has all the knowledge that you could ever have.
Yes.
But it also gave everyone an equal voice.
Some people don't need an equal voice.
So, you know that weird uncle that used to just, like, drink by himself in the garage with his tinfoil hat on? Mm-hmm. Well, now they all talk to each other, and they compare notes.
Yeah. It just so happens that same guy knew how to create a web page very well. And so now, he sits around listening to his 1976 Pink Floyd album and smoking his cheap weed and wanting to tell you all about the man and the conspiracies.
And then they say dumb shit like,
yeah,
I know all the numbers say the earth is round. But if it's round, how come I can see that thing over there? Shouldn't it be over the hill? Do you understand how big the earth is? If the earth is round, why are my shoes flat? Get the fuck out of here.
That's true.
Get the fuck out of here.
God.
That's the dumbest thing, man.
Yeah, no.
If you could see the curvature of the earth, it'd be like a mile around. So yeah, I'm all for a good conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
But they gotta be good. You can't
I need something I need something that's really gonna like stimulate my mind and make me think. I don't need something where you're like, well, I got on this website. It's like, well, what website did you get on? Like, I need something that's credible, and you tell me you got this information off the Onion.
Yeah. It's like, that's my uncle's blog.
Yeah, for real.
He smokes marijuana, sits in the field.
Yeah, for real.
Hypothesizes.
Lives in a broken down trailer.
Oh, God.
Out in the middle of a cornfield.
So the new hot conspiracy theory is COVID.
COVID.
Right?
Yes.
I don't know what to think about COVID. It's clearly real.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously real. Yeah.
How deadly is it? I don't know.
Yeah, that's always, that's going to be up for debate because it's so brand new that truthfully, while we know that it is, it's still too fresh for us to really know everything about it. We're just kind of, we got to be honest, we're winging it. We're like preparing for the worst, hoping for the best.
Well, I'm going to take COVID. I'm going to launch straight into my twilight. So this week, I'll leave you this. Everything doesn't have to be political. Everything does not have to be political. There should be plenty of stuff that everyone agrees on. Every disaster, you don't have to pick sides. You should be able to take COVID and make it political. Like, we should all be working together, find the side effects. But instead, we want to take it, be like, oh, they're making it up to make me vote for this person. You don't believe it, so you clearly have no idea what you're talking about. Like, some things are just so universal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We should be able to just make ends meet sometimes. Most people are somewhere in the middle on the spectrum. Right? You got extreme left, you got extreme right. 90% of the people are somewhere in the middle. But you got a two-party system, so you got to pick one. If you agree 100% with one party, just don't leave your house because you're an idiot. That's how I feel.
You've got such a point, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like if
you really do.
Oh, I 100% agree with the Democrats, or I 100% agree with Republicans on every issue. Just give up, bro. Like, you have no perspective on life.
No.
All right. We'll see you next week.